Dirty Truth Radio Show, where we'll be talking about relationships,
Marriage,
how to have sex,
dating,
first dating.
what not to do while dating.
Why middle-aged women are very easy.
Don't talk about sex on the first date.
Why shouldn't you?
Don't say X about on the first date.
Why religion shouldn't. Welcome to Dirty Truth Radio Show. This is our inaugural show, and I'm your host, Fred Hawthorne, and this is our lovely co-host.
Roselle.
And what this show is going to provide to our audience is just an open discussion and honest truths about relationships and topics that very few couples or very few people dating are open to discussing. And feel free to call in. You can either go to irantradio.com or you can call in at 855-969-RANT. That's 855-969-7268 if you can't spell. But we're going to jump right into the show. Roselle, so what's our topic for today?
The topic for tonight is first date.
First date.
It's the perspective, the difference between a man's and a woman's perspective going on a first date.
Mm-hmm.
First, on a woman, we have to go get our mani and pedicure. We
Medic.
just have to get ready. And I want to know, does the guy get, how long do you guys take?
Well, I have rules about first dating.
Of course, you have.
I think for a male, the first date should always be pre-planned. So, for example, every man out there in America and abroad should have a first date outfit. And the reason why I say you should have a first date outfit because it's similar to a job interview. When you take your clothes to the cleaners and you step into that potential employer, you're fit and you're dressed as well as you can be, and that's how you should present yourself on the first date with the woman. Take that first date outfit to the cleaners, and it should exude every great characteristic that you have physically. Whether it's you have a great chest, you have biceps, you have overall great physique, you should exude that on the first date. And I think a first date outfit is essential.
Very, very essential. I went out on a date last Thursday.
Oh, how was it?
It was all right. It was all right. No, because I met this guy before. He found me at some club.
Sure.
And he already saw how I dress. And you know me well. This is my casual. I'm very well-dressed woman. So on a first date, I was expecting him to up the game, No, he was wearing a jeans and a T-shirt.
Jeans and a T-shirt.
A jeans and a T-shirt that it looks like it's not even iron. It looks like he just roll over out
So
of the bed.
he had a 3X T-shirt on. Was he more of a gang member or a Ku Klux Klan member?
I know.
You know?
So it's the same thing for women. I do believe that on the first date, she needs to prepare herself too. She needs to get ready. I don't know if takes an hour or two. Get your hair done, your nails done, and pick the style. I even put it here. Pick the style that suits your body type.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
Skinny jeans are not for everyone.
No, no, Ed, I always have a rule of thumb with women. If you have to ask, does it look good? You shouldn't be wearing it,
That's a good one.
Because women always ask, how do I look in this? Well, if you have to ask, because what you can personally see yourself. So if you look good, it's going to exude through your action. So if you're asking, how do I look and should I wear this? You shouldn't wear it,
The thing is, like, when you're with a person for a long time, you ended up trying, it's kind of part of the teasing. That's why when a woman asks, how do I look? Sometimes, a woman should do is like, do you want this or do you want this to peel off me?
Yeah, but it also takes a great man to have you want to do stuff like that, I think that men, getting back to first dates, everything should be pre-planned, from your outfit to the directions and the navigation system to where you're going for dinner. All this must be pre-planned, but more importantly about pre-planned, you have to pretend that you've never done this event before. So although you're taking her to the same restaurant that you took the other 15 young ladies to, you have to make this woman that's right before you, make her believe that this is the first time you've been here. This restaurant has so much character. I'm enjoying your presence, and more importantly, I'm going to enjoy my company with you. And hopefully by the end of the date, you and I can have sex. That's
the goal.
That's the goal. That's the goal of men on first dates. And I know men are from Mars, women from Venus, but if you want to be pragmatic about it, Roselle, the goal of a man is when he asks you out, his goal is by the end of the night is to sleep with you. And I know middle of America and Orthodox Christians and religious folks might say, no, what about the heart? What about the soul? This is my soulmate. I'm searching for my husband. But before date one, every man has slept with that woman in their mind at least 2,000 times. We have envisioned you in our bed, on your back, butt naked, saying Jesus or my name simultaneously.
Before date one.
Before date one, absolutely.
Before date one.
Before date one.
Same thing with a woman. We already envision it, but not about sex. It's how this guy going to sweep me off my feet.
Sweep you off your feet.
Yeah, like kind of like swoon me.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It's a different goal.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't feel like I'm being swooned,
Mm-hmm.
you're not gonna get me. You're not gonna get me there.
Okay.
That's your goal. So you need to. I think for a man, you need to find out what's the goal of a woman first and achieve that, so you can achieve your goal.
Okay, so if I might ask, Roselle, what characteristics or what must a man do to swoon you and many other women as well?
When you said that a lot of women are saying that chivalry is dead. Mm-hmm. And according to your book, for those people who haven't read this book.
What's the title of it?
Okay. The title is Why Did I Sleep With Him? It's a really good book. And like I said before, I almost threw it out of the window on the first 2 chapters because it seems like you're telling this man how to be a player, how to get women in bed, to have sex with them. But later on, it's actually how to become a man of man, how to be a great man. So I like it. I finish it in 2 sittings.
Wow.
Make it 2 sittings. And
that's the effect I have on many women. No, I'm kidding. But go ahead.
Okay,
Please
back
elaborate.
to chivalry. And you said chivalry is free.
Very
and
free.
It's true, very, very true, because there's so many instances that when we started talking, that I will walk too fast and ended up opening the door for you
myself.
and you stopped me. And I have to check myself. And now I'm going back to that position and say, hey, I like this. And it's really now when I go on a date, I look forward to that man opening the door for me because I'm a woman and I want a man that can lead me. In the end, I want a man that can lead me. And opening the door is free, and it will give you a lot of points.
It will, definitely. And getting back to chivalry, about first dating, guys, I must say this, and I'm not going to toot my own horn or say that it's gotten me places far and beyond, but if you do certain things on a first date, you will, by the end of the date, win. I'm going to give guys 3 tips automatically about chivalry. I'm not opening the door for, here's the catch. Open up the door for the woman. Allow her to go through it. It gives you 2 reasons. 1, it gives her the idea that you are a great man. And 2, it allows you to see her ass and see what type of calves and legs she's working with. And as she's walking through the door, part 2 to this, and this is going to win her over because women are so infatuated with the man being their protector, right? So when you're a man protector, a female protector, for 3 steps, allow her to walk closest to the curve. Just for 3 steps. And you go up behind her and you politely grab her waist and move her to the inside of the curve. And she's going to instinctively think that you're a man that can simply protect her. And these are just small attributes that you can add to your date that will take her mental approach to a whole nother level and get her 1 step closer to your ultimate goal. And I'm sorry, women, and you guys don't want to hear this, but our goal on every date, if we have not done it yet, is to, by the end of the date, have sex and or make love to you, depending on our emotions towards you.
Yeah, because this is not sex for women, it's intimacy.
Intimacy.
You're starting it with that intimacy. When putting that hands on our waist, make sure that we feel safe. You're already having points, and by the end of the night, if you have 100 points, hell yeah.
So, what is intimacy for a woman? What is intimacy? Define intimacy, just so people out there.
For me, is okay. I always say it. I'm always looking for that connection. is not actually physical connection. It has to put me in a higher level connection. You have to able to make me laugh. I have to able to have an intellectual conversation with you. At least get my attention longer than 2 minutes. And if I do say something, you should be able to repeat it if I ask or reinstate that question. So I will I will trap a man, so what do you think when I said that, this and that? And then he was like, huh? Oh, I know. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's not
right?
going to happen.
So give us an example of a great first date you've had.
I'm 35 years old. I had my very, very great first date last year.
Last year.
Around May, summer. See, I even remember.
So he was memorable, I take it.
It's memorable because he was prepared. Just like you said, he was prepared. I found out that he able to follow up on a phone call on the day off and even on the day before to make sure that I'm still confirming the date. And he confirming. A woman should not confirm a date. A man should confirm a date.
Absolutely. You have go ahead.
And then he took me to a show, and he already have a prepared seat. So we're not waiting at the will call. He already picked up the ticket, and then he took me out to a dinner, and he already made the reservation. And before that, he already prepared how long it's gonna take us to get there.
Okay.
So he's already prepared. I like that. Preparation actually seems to me that he was looking forward to seeing me.
So he was giving you an impression that he was born a leader.
Yes.
And is that an attribute that you look for in a man? Leadership?
Yes, leadership. Like a man's, like I always say, alpha male.
Alpha male?
Alpha male.
Okay. It's amazing. We're about to go to break in a second, and when we come back, we're going to ask Roselle why women love alpha males, and then when they get them, they attempt to try and change them.
Oh, that's a good question.
You thirst for it, and then so when we come back, audience, we're gonna ask Roselle that great question: why do women seek an alpha male, and then when they get them latched on to themselves, they attempt to train them? We'll be right back.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter.
We are the Three Guys Rant
with Arvin, Mike, and Phil.
Coming to you on the Rant Radio Network every Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call us at 855-69 The Three Guys.
It's not the Three Guys. This is why you should turn in, because one has Tourette's, the other one's illiterate.
You really should listen in. You never know what's going to happen.
855-69 Three Guys. G-U-Y-S and the number 3, not the.
Faces for radio, voices for the deaf.
Look forward to talking to you.
Hey, I'm audio candy. I don't know about you guys.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the Three Guys Rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanj, and I'm always joined by
Edgar, Carlos Mandrano, and this is a show where we talk about comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things. Catch us live on Rant Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the back.
Hi, I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez.
And I'm Kelly V. Dolan.
And we are excited to announce our show Live with Aaron and Kelly is on Rant Radio Network. What do we talk about on our show, Kelly?
We talk about everything from entertainment to business and tech, and we have a few laughs in between.
That's right. Go check us out on rantradionetwork.com. That's rantradionetwork.com.
Check it out.
And we're back. I figure we can't have a relationship show without having the great Lenny Williams bring us in with the greatest love song of all time.
I love that song.
I would try and sing it, but I'm kind of hoarse, so I'll save my talents for American Idol when I come back. But Roselle, before we left, I asked you a question. Why do women, I think instinctively, they're attracted to alpha males, and then when they get an alpha male in terms of dating, they attempt to change him. Why is that? Yes.
Whereas we have to define what is an alpha male.
Okay, great.
Because like I was this morning telling you, we have an Instagram, by the way, and it's a Dirty Truth radio show.
Dirty Truth radio.
So go follow us. And if you go to hashtag or search it, alpha male, everyone is like putting pictures of just muscles like this. No, that is not an alpha male. I work out 6 times a week and there's no way I'm an alpha male. That is not an alpha male. Alpha male is a leader. Alpha male, you can put him anywhere. It can be a politician, an author, a president, or even just a student. He will excel because no one is stopping this guy. He will get what he wants and need to go get that goal. And I can, like you said, you can smell it when there's an alpha male, alpha female. I can sense it when there's an alpha male because he will not get intimidated by me. And I'm a strong female. When I walk in, I walk with commanding attention, So when I see an alpha male, he is not a tyrant in power, but he is soft. He has no compassion, like you said, but he can make you feel like you're the center of the world, even though there's other ladies out there. But at that moment in time, he can make you feel like the center of the world. And that's what we want. We want someone that can lead us. We want someone that can provide for us. We want someone that be proud of us and fuck the shit out of us. I have to say it.
I'm sure the audience would probably agree in silence.
Those are four. Those are four.
Provide, protect, profess, and fuck the shit out of them. Right?
Yep.
Those are goals. But getting back to the question, alpha males, and you hit it on the head. No matter if you're playing softball on Saturday morning or the CEO on Monday morning, an alpha male will lead in both places. Yes. And what I mean by lead, it's not the guy, and you use the word tyrant, who goes in and says, this is my show, and this is how we're doing it. No way about it. You're not getting around it. I'm in charge. This is how it should be done. An alpha male has the ability to lead any type of personality.
Yes.
And now they call that, in 2013, they call that swag, where the man got that Swansea about him. He got that little grace about him where he looks like nobody else exists around him when the world is around him, but he's the only one you can see. He's like doing a Michael Jackson moonwalk and everyone else is running, right?
This is what you're gonna hear about the girlfriends. There's just something about him.
There's just something about
There's just something about him. I couldn't figure it out, but oh my God.
Yeah,
those are women talking about you. You know.
Absolutely. That's one of the that's a great compliment, guys. When a woman says there's something about you, you need to step on the gas pedal. And what I mean by step on the gas pedal is lead immediately. Yes. Be an example of what a man should be and what he should become and what he will become, because at that very moment, she believes you quite possibly could be the one, She has forgiven your faults and says your greatness is far greater than your faults.
Yes.
And
It's actually a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more. It's kind of like that. It's like there's something about you. It's kind of like saying, "Show me more,
Show
so
me
I can
more.
figure it out." So meaning, come on, step on your gas and see what we can do here.
absolutely.
So don't hold back. I don't know why men do the hot and cold thing. It doesn't work. That passive aggressive to me, and it doesn't work. It makes me feel like you're not decisive.
Okay.
An alpha male to me is decisive. He knows what he wants. He has a plan, and he will execute it.
Execute it.
100%.
Execution, right?
Execution.
Yeah, whether it's on the softball field, as I mentioned, on Saturday morning or Monday morning at the CO, he has the ability to execute. That's a great word. I should use the word execute. Men, so out there on first dates, we got to execute. Let's rewind real quick. First, we got to have the outfit, just in case you missed the beginning of the show. You have to have a first date outfit.
Yep.
2, you have to have the address where you're going already in a navigation system, as if you've pre-planned it. And I didn't say this in the beginning, but you don't want to go to a chain restaurant on first dates. You want to go somewhere where it has great character, less than 15 miles from your house, because she doesn't want to imply she wants to go to your house. But if you have a great date, you have to get to your house as soon as possible before that alcohol wears out. So you want to be roughly 10 to 15 miles away from your house. And you can imply that without telling her you're 10 to 15 miles away. You know a great restaurant that's on this side of town, but she has no idea where you live yet. So you can say, I have this great restaurant that's on this side of town, and I think you would enjoy it. They have great ambiance. It's not as intimate, and I believe you will feel comfortable. You know, as opposed to saying the word intimate, you would tell a woman, I want to take you to a place where you can feel comfortable on the first date. Although you've been on this date 15 times and taken 15 different women to this one restaurant, if you use the word comfortable, now she's thinking, hey, he's pretty selfless, to think about me on the first date as opposed to just thinking about him and what you're going to eat and how we're going to eat and, his goals. He's thinking about me, backtrack. So,
and it show preparation on your end too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's move forward a bit. So how do you, on a first date, how does a man provide for a woman on the first date?
He should pay.
He should pay.
I had another date. I'm not talking about the same date a while ago that the guy just seems like just roll over out of bed. This is another date. And what I mean, really, I'm like an expert on first date.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing out there.
Because I called him right after.
Because I know exactly what happened. So, but go ahead, Rosie. I'll try not to interrupt you. What happened?
I have a tendency to trap a man. To test a man without even him knowing that I'm testing him. So we went to his restaurant that he suggested. So I would think he already know that the price, it's okay. It's not expensive. It's not cheap. It's, $2 signs, I think. They will see it on Yelp. So we went there. I told him he doesn't need to pick me up because I want to see his home. It's close to his home. I suggested that I want it around his home. I trapped him that I told him that I have a work, right there, because I do have work that I need to do on that vicinity, side of town. And when we got to the restaurant, we got the bill. I pushed $20. It's half of the bill. And he took it.
Gosh.
He accepted it. And for me, it shows that he cannot provide. For $20, he showed me that he cannot provide for me.
Guys, whether she has the potential to be your wife or whether she has the potential to be your jump off, don't jeopardize either one of them for $20.
Yep.
It makes no sense because I innately believe that the goal of every man is to have sex with the woman. If it's going to cost you $20 to sleep with the woman, or not necessarily sleep with the woman, take you to third base, you pay the $20. You pay the $40 bill. It was a cheap restaurant.
It's a cheap restaurant.
Yeah.
It's a $40 bill, including the tip. I put down $20.
Yeah. So we have our first caller.
Oh my God.
First caller. So we're going to take our first caller. Hopefully I get this right. We're just going to hit line 1, right? And caller.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
How you doing? This is Manny Pantalones, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hey, welcome to our show. How you doing tonight?
I came across you guys, and you guys are great. I'm glad that you guys are over on Rant Radio. You guys seem to be exciting, but you guys hit on a subject, and I just had a comment. I had to call in. All I'm gonna say is the co-host. What's her name?
Roselle.
Roselle. If you didn't want her to take your $20, girl, you shouldn't have put them on the table.
I should have not offer. Well, it's kind of like for women. I heard so many complaints about men. Oh my gosh, she didn't even offer. It's kind of like as unwritten rule that a woman will offer to pay half, and it's also unwritten rule that a man should decline it. And he said, "I got you, I got you," and it puts a lot about a man when he says, "I got you." And I'll be happy to take back my $20 because it's not about the amount. It's who pays for the first date. I think men should pay for the first date.
That just sounds like a lot of games and a lot of back and forth just to have the same result at the end of the night.
Well, on our end, yes, it's a lot of back and forth. But so why did you were you attempting to trap him?
No, I'm not attempting to trap him. For me, it's customary to actually offer. And I'm so used to men saying, "Oh, no, I got this." He's actually the first time who accepted my $20.
Really?
So, if he wants to even try to hug me or kiss me by the end of the night, you can throw that out of the window.
Manny, what would you have done? Would you have taken $20 or would you?
Oh, hell yeah. What about you? You had the tip, too.
That's why he's calling.
Oh, man.
So I'm guessing that he didn't get lucky that day?
No, he didn't. He did call me back, and he did text me, and I haven't returned his call and his text.
We got about 30 seconds left. Anything else you want to add to the show, Manny, before we let you go?
All I'm going to say is that if she's that complicated, I think the guy's better off.
Wow. So I guess that's one less man you have to worry about.
So I should not offer.
You shouldn't offer if you're not sincere about it.
We can just look at each other and see who's going to pay first.
Yeah, that awkward silence, the thunderous silence.
Awkward silence. There's
Absolutely.
always an awkward silence.
Absolutely.
I was trying to avoid that awkward silence.
Oh, there you go. All right, well, thank you guys. You guys are doing a great job over there.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for calling in.
We have another call.
We have another call. We only have 10 seconds left. We're going to try and hold them off to the next segment. But
okay.
Roselle, so just be clear and concise. After the date, when he we got about 30 seconds left. What was your exact thoughts when you called your girlfriend? And we don't have enough time. So when we come back, we're going to get the honest truth from Roselle, what she thought and what she told her girlfriends on that phone call.
Yeah, because we did talk.
Because he took the $20.
Yes.
$20 might have cost him
a second
20 other dates with you on your back.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-842-7149.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Theticketsurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. Theticketsurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199. This segment's sponsored by Mucho Macho Michelada. Whenever you got to spice up your beer, Mucho Macho Michelada is for you. Only real men.
Did you say mucho macho?
Mucho Macho, baby, where the real men come to drink.
Hey, I don't always drink michelada, But when I do, I drink mucho macho michelada.
If only Arvin could be a little more mucho macho.
Will it put some hair on my chest?
No, but te quema entrando y saliendo.
Welcome to the Monster Marketing Group, your one-stop shop for all your marketing needs. Anything you need to make that marketing and advertising campaign stand out, we're your people. Concepts, design, production, social media, anything that you can dream up, we're going to make happen for you. And we can do it in a very quick turnaround. Please give us a call at 888-49-MONSTER.
Hi, I'm Eddie Sell, creator of Firehouse Chefs, and you're listening to FHC Radio. Join us every Wednesday evening from 8 to 9 p.m. and join our community of firefighters, chefs, food industry professionals, celebrities, and more as we take you on a journey that melds our professional passions into a fun, insightful, and engaging show. Welcome to FHC Radio on the Rant Radio Network.
I think I'm going to just start singing. We need to get to the hook. I watched television till television went off. And you've never been in love like I've been in love before. But
I love that song.
Y'all go out to YouTube the song and listen to it, or go on iTunes and buy it. According to myself and Steve Harvey, it's the greatest love song of all time. So, but I'm going to jump right back into it. And I'm just going to talk about personal experience before we jump into where the first date should be, you know, as opposed to social norms. When I first started dating women, I mean, I was, when I first started, like I was gay first and then became heterosexual second. No, but I didn't have a bank account. I did not have a car. I had no money. And I was just a poor little college boy.
So you were broke.
I was dead broke and black. So that makes it twice as bad. You know what I mean? So go figure. But what I told myself, I said, I'm going to have characteristics that money cannot buy. So what I did was that at 18, I began working out every day. And I told myself, I'm never going to drink. I'm never going to smoke. And I'm going to be able to make a woman's imagination, arouse a woman's imagination. And how I did that was I became a secret nerd.
How old were you?
18, 19 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
18. Because at 18, 19, I loved basketball.
Uh-huh.
But when I walked onto the college campus and saw thousands of women at my disposal,
Ooh,
I said, I want them all.
We can have color about that word.
I want them all. And so I became a secret nerd. My friends never knew this, but I would read books after book after book to increase my diction, because
your diction?
My diction. Yeah, words. So and as I grew, my bundle of women grew. You know, as I got in better shape, my confidence obviously grew. But I just want to reiterate, I had no money. I had no bank account, no car, and I was just either
no car.
I was either a freshman or sophomore in college, and I had women driving 30 to 60 miles just to come see me.
Just to come see you.
Just to come see me. And and so not that that's a myth that you got to have the money, that you got to have the car, but more importantly than all those attributes is self-confidence. You know,
Yes.
My confidence one day of my life has never wavered. I've never gone through life and my confidence has never wavered. I've never looked at something and said I couldn't accomplish it. When I looked at a woman, I let her know that I'm the alpha male. I am in charge. My confidence exudes outside my skin. And I just want women to know out there that confidence will take you much further than your car can drive. Confidence will have more value than all your money can buy. Confidence will fill her stomach up far more than a $300 filet mignon. You know, so I just want guys out there to know confidence will take you far and beyond and allow you to go the extra mile. So,
and it's true.
Yeah, it's true. Women love confident men.
I love confidence because it shows. He can tell a joke when he's confident.
Sure.
Sense of humor is sexy as hell. So it shows confidence when he can just laugh. You know, you can
laugh
just laugh
with you.
Yes, laugh with me.
Absolutely.
And the thing is that it doesn't matter anymore where you guys are eating. If it is, I don't care if it is Taco Bell, if we were laughing together. So it doesn't matter because I told you on the first date that I really still remember because of the preparation. It was an expensive restaurant. But when it comes to confidence, it was the date that I have in the Moms and Pops restaurant that I will never forget because we laughed for 2-3 hours.
Yeah, when you're confident, you can make that T-bone steak taste like a filet mignon.
Yes.
You know, and but let's fast forward. This is something you and I had discussed before the show, and this is so tabooed in America. Mama told you not to. Grandma said never do it. But I have a theory.
And I agree with it, surprisingly.
All right. That the first date should always be at a man's house.
Yes.
And the reason why I say this, girls, feel free to call in and argue and debate with me. But you know how you say, there's something about this man. I can't figure him out. I don't know what he does. He's always leaving me with a cliffhanger. You know, I got one leg on earth and one leg in the air. If you allow yourself, and I'm not saying you pack 3 condoms and you pack an overnight bag and you wear your matching thong and your matching bra, your Vicky set, but if you allow yourself to open yourself up and not go the mediocre route, and what I mean by mediocre route, hey, we go to dinner, we have 2 drinks, I know that you have a job, I know that you have a car, and I know that you can eat warm food. But if you allow yourself to open yourself up and say, you know what? Let's try it a little bit different this time. I've gone on 100 first dates, and obviously they didn't work because I'm still out here on the market. I want to have the date at your house. And now women's heads are spinning and guys are, hell yeah, at my house. But women, if you have the date at his house, you will learn so much more about this man.
Yes.
As opposed to eating over lukewarm food, making someone else money.
With the same conversation that you have with your first 30 dates before.
Absolutely. And women might say, hey, I might feel uncomfortable. But you say you're going to feel more uncomfortable when you realize that this man was married, when you realize that this man has cheated on you, when you realize this man was bisexual. So what I say, if you have your first date at his house, you will learn so much more about him. What is he clean? Go ahead. You.
No, because I have a story. I went on a date.
Do you go on dates 8 days a week or?
Oh my gosh, I probably go on a date once a week. I get asked out a lot. But the thing is finding that connection.
And you're still single.
I'm still single because I am in search for a connection. You know, and I felt it before. I was married before, so I know how it feels like to be in love. I'm not really looking for to be mad in love right away, but I'm looking for that. It radiates out of you. So on the first day, it's supposed to be a breakfast, a brunch. He wants to be, something different. So he picked a restaurant right next to his place. And then afterwards, when the conversation was really doing good, he says, would you like to watch a movie? Which was not planned because I actually have a meeting. And you know what? When he says, let me go back to my place, just follow me, I'll go get my jacket. I know it was a trap, but I have to see this man's place, right? I canceled my meeting for him. When we got to his place, he had a party the night before, and he told me to sit down right next to him, and he washed the dishes while we were talking. It was different. It was something new to me. But I saw that there's a piano in his house, so I know that he plays piano. I saw the magazine of architecture, so I know already that he's into architecture. I love vintage, so he's into vintage. So I can see that his house is clean. I can see healthy food. So you starting to gather this information without even asking questions and being a nagger, and you're, oh my God, she's interrogating me. No. Absolutely. Being observant pays a lot, it pays a lot to you. You can actually gather this information to decide, is this the guy that I will say yes to a second date.
So it actually worked for you.
It works for me.
Having the first date at his house.
Yes. It was not planned, but it seems like it was the right thing to do. So when you told me about it, and I said, I agree, because it happened to me.
Yeah, you will learn so much more. And women always say, he tricked me, he duped me. But if you have the first date at his house, you can throw half those pretenses and half those norms and questions that you had previous can be answered. I mean, you don't want it to be like that Southwest commercial where you go into his drug cabinet and it falls down and you like want to get away, but but take the time, step outside your box, because you've gone on dates and you're still dating. So take the chance. Take a leap of faith. Listen to Roselle and Fred Hawthorne for once in your life and have the first date at his house.
Yep.
And you never know. You may not leave. He may end up proposing and marrying you down the line, but take the chance. Go ahead. You're bitten at the tongue to say something.
Because what's so funny is, like I told you, I've been dating, but since I met you, I changed my tactic. I changed my perspective. I become more open. And it honestly feels like I have more in control of the dating. If you're going to let this guy lead you anyway, and he's going to end up taking control anyway, might as well take control of the dating phase, because you're trying to get to know him. And then once you decide, okay, I'm fine, then you can let him lead you. But on that dating phase, I think you should take control, because you're trying to get to know this person. And that's what happened to me. I went to his place, and I ended up knowing more about him.
And what better way to know a person than in his own home?
Yep. It tells a lot about a man.
Absolutely. So after you went to his home, what was the conversation like when you called your girlfriend on the way? You said, girl, what was the conversation like after you left his home and the date ended?
I was like, girl, you washed the dishes right in front of me.
That was sexy.
That was sexy. But the thing is, like, while he was doing it, we were having a conversation about his family. And I found out that he loves his family first. He loves his mother, which is number one anyway. If the man doesn't have a good relationship with his mother, red flag. That's a red flag.
Yeah, that's why I don't get when women say, "Oh, he's a mama's boy." Oh, he's a guys. Be a mama's boy. Don't. In addition to be a mama's boy, love the woman you fall in love with. You know, you have to understand that your mother is the woman who gave birth to you. In addition to, not but. You have a wife. In addition to the woman that gave birth to you, you must love, protect, provide, profess, and fuck the shit out of the woman that you fall in love with.
Those four things.
Those four things. Protect, provide, profess, and fuck the shit out of them.
Yep.
And we're going to come back and we're going to talk more about protect, provide, profess.
Pull the hair.
Pull the hair?
Pull the hair.
Pull the hair, guys. So you're hearing it first. Pull the hair and provide. We'll be back in 2 minutes, guys.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra-modern, ultra-clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
We're the Brothers Bear Podcast Live, and I'm your host, Sanch, and I'm always joined by
Edgar, Carlos Medrano, and this is a show where we talk about comics, movies, TV, video games, stand-up, music, and many more geeky things. Catch us live on Rant Radio Network on Mondays from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
That's another commercial in the back.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home, at AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-842-7149.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
What up, foodie freaks? It's Chef Bev Lazo with the Culinary Trend Show. Join me and my brigade every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. where we will be cooking up some crazy stuff that will give you the appetite for discussion. It's all about the good food, good friends, and good times. Only here on RantRadioNetwork.com.
DM Narc Radio Show is now airing on the Rant Radio Network. You've heard the three guys rant refer to us as the Clam Chowder Power Hour. Now we get to bring our New England humor over to Los Angeles. We'll be airing Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 Eastern, and we'll cover everything from local to national politics and news. Guess what? We're uncensored too. I'm Dave. Join me and Nick Friday on the Rant Radio Network.
And we're back, Roselle.
Yes, we're back.
So, before we left, I was curious as to the conversation you had with your girlfriend after you had your first date at the man's house.
At the man's house.
Yes.
I just told her it's so different. And just like I said, there's something about him. But there's something about him and it's followed already by a question. He plays piano. I was like, oh my God, he plays piano. He has a nice home. It's clean. He loves architect. And it was like, how long was the date?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, the date ended for 7 hours. And it's supposed to be an hour breakfast. But because I found out that this guy has a possibility of, I found a connection with him because I went to his home. We ended up having a very long date, and it was a good date. Ended up with a third date, and second date, third date,
so on and so forth.
So on and so forth.
Okay. So it actually worked out having.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just reiterate what I said. Have the first date at his house. I'm not going to beat the mule until it's dead, but take a chance, take a leap of faith. Now I want to get into canceling dates. This is just real quick.
Oh my God.
Guys, if ladies are going to cancel dates, we get it. Easy question.
Mm-hmm.
When a woman cancels a date, you always follow up with a phone call.
Yes.
Don't go the anger management route and go cold on her. Follow up. She's going to give you an excuse. Her mom is in the hospital. She has to do an assignment. Follow up the next day and ask her, how was the assignment? What did you do? Is everything okay? I'm looking forward to rescheduling a date with you. You know, and you give her some tentative ideas or some days where you can move forward and potentially go on that next date. But for men, here's what I have problems with. Men give weak excuses in terms of why they cancel dates. Guys, stop what you're doing and pay attention. When you cancel a date with a woman, there's a handful of excuses that you can give. One, you fail to remember that your niece or nephew is graduating from middle school or they're getting a promotion. They were a student of the month, and you have to go to that. You have to go to that promotion for your family member. Don't say, well, the Laker game is on and I want to hang out with my boys, or I'm going to play basketball. No. Or two, I sound like I'm an opera singer. Or two, you're very involved in your community and you have to help someone on a campaign trail, or you give mature excuses why you're canceling a date. Don't give excuses like I got to hang out with my boys, or
I like that mature.
yeah, you give
excuses.
mature, yeah,
Uh-huh.
or don't. I mean, mom is but give mature. Like it's a part of your life. It's a part of your love and caring for our society, our America is the reason why you're canceling the date, not because you're selfish. Although you may be selfish, the reason why you're canceling the date is you want to actually go watch Game 7,
Don't show
the Heat
it.
versus the Pacers. Don't tell her you want to watch the Heat versus Game 7. Tell her that your niece is graduating from second grade or she was student of the month and they're having a service for her and she's getting a certificate. And she's going to be like, oh. He's so thoughtful.
This is why I almost threw out that book. I want to trash it. But it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because someone canceled on me.
Uh-huh.
And he texted it.
Text.
Instead of calling me. But it was a legit excuse.
Uh-huh.
He went snowboarding
Mhm.
and he couldn't get out of the mountain,
Okay.
early enough. And instead of me rescheduling it, we just have to cancel.
Sure.
But call. Please call.
Call.
We-
Absolutely.
I know why. I don't know. I do not know why men text now. Too much.
You know what I believe? Texting should be an exclamation point of what you have already done. So, for example,
Oh, that's a good one.
if you have a conversation with a woman and you say, hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you at 6, but at 3 o'clock, I'm going to go take care of something. You send her a text like, I just got done with my 3 o'clock appointment. Looking forward to seeing you at 6.
Yes.
You don't text her, hey, can we go out at 6?
Uh-huh.
That's 2013 stuff, That's part of chivalry. Let technology work for you. Because she's already been on 50, 60, 75 dates already. And those 50, 60, 75
Yes.
dates have text her, call her, and allow the texting and other forms of technology to enhance what you have already done with the woman. Don't let that be the primary source of communication
Uh-huh.
and or what you have or what you will do with the woman.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? I
Yes, I get it because some men will say, but I'm a quality man. I'm unique. No, you're not because
Uh-huh.
you're doing the same
Uh-huh.
thing. Those other 30 men that I went out
Absolutely.
with. That's why I'm still single.
and leading into the first date, I actually have it's a chapter in my book. Why did I sleep with them? Go pick it up, Amazon.com.
It's really good.
Thank you, Rosella. And
I want to gift wrap it for Christmas for every homeboys.
the phone game, guys.
Oh, the phone game.
Yeah, leading up to the first date, don't text. I'm just gonna be 100 with you guys. Don't text. Allow your voice to be an instrument. Okay? And what I mean by instrument, we can change tones. When she's talking back, talk underneath her so it shows endearment. It shows affection. It shows compassion. You're not at the basketball game with your boys. If she says, hey, how was your day? I did this. And then you respond by, oh, I'm glad it worked out for you today. And I'm looking forward to hearing more about it on our date at 6 p.m.
Uh-huh.
or Friday night at 6 p.m. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it, as opposed to saying, yeah, rah, 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 rah. No, calm, gentle. You may not be that person,
Uh-huh.
but you're actually selling it. And before you pick up the phone and hit the 7th number, you have to have a plan. You have to know what you're going to do in that phone conversation. Because keep in mind, if you're not leading, you're following. And if you're following, you're going to be behind the guy that's going to lead her. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Uh-huh.
So pre-plan what you're going to say. If you have to write it down, write it down. Don't sound like a computer when you're conversing with her, Roselle.
Mhm.
But allow it to flow, but have a plan. And keep in mind, your plan is to have the first date. And by the end of the first date, in a perfect scenario, have sex with her. But keep in mind.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with this.
But keep in mind your goals. And Roselle used a great word at the beginning of the show. Guys, we are here to execute, 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 execute.
What is your goal?
What is your goal? What is your vision?
goal?
Like the great Eric Thomas says, what's your why? You know, you have to execute your why. Know your why. She wants you to lead. She wants you to undress her.
Yes.
But before you undress her, you have to get her to the destination to undress her.
You need to fulfill our goal first so you can fulfill your goals. Everyone's happy. I don't know why people are not doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like I said, take the woman to your house, right? To the guy's house. So therefore, we're achieving our goal to get to know you without even talking to us. You know, without even that question and answer first. So there's already a connection there. And this is like, oh, we're connecting in this some way and this way.
I know.
Oh.
Guys, women thirst for that connection. We only have a couple minutes left. So we got about 3 or 4 minutes left. And Roselle, just remind the audience what they're listening to and, you know.
This is the Dirty Truth radio show.
You have a sexy accent, right? Is that what the guys tell you?
I have a very sexy accent. Dirty Truth radio show. And it's every Tuesday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at rantradionetwork.com.
Yeah, so feel free. And we have a caller. We're going to end the show on the call. We got a couple minutes left. And
we also have an Instagram.
Oh, tell them about the Instagram and
yes,
the Facebook
we also
and all
have the Facebook is a page. It's Dirty Truth Radio Show. And it's also on Instagram, the same username, Dirty Truth Radio Show.
We only have 2 minutes, but we have a caller.
Okay,
Let's take the caller
I'm
really quick.
interested.
Caller, you got about 35 seconds.
Hello.
Hey, caller.
Yes, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm sorry. What was the gentleman's name that's on the show?
My name is Fred Hawthorne, brother. How you doing?
Fred, how are things?
Good.
Hey, Fred, real quick. I have 5 daughters.
Okay.
Okay, and when I listen to you, man, I'll tell you, I cringe because you know, I teach my girls that anyone can have good sex, but not everyone can have a good relationship.
Absolutely.
Right? And you know, when I hear you talk about the guy's goal is just to get in her pants, it just makes me cringe. I had to call in.
Really? So let me ask you this: since you say 5 daughters, before you actually went on a date with your wife, I take it, right? You've been married. You're married, correct?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, two baby mama. I got 6 kids. Yeah.
Okay. How many times did you envision making love or having sex with those 2 women? With your 2 baby
Sure.
women?
I mean, fantasizing about things. Sure. I mean, we fantasize driving down the street,
Well-
but that doesn't mean we're going to have sex with everybody that we see.
Well, but your goal was to actually have sex. Your goal wasn't to have kids at that moment, correct?
Oh, absolutely not.
So I'm actually giving the male's perspective as to how to get the woman, and if you love her, propose to her, make her your fiance, and 3, ultimately marry her, and like you, have 5 kids or 1 kid or have children, I should say. But
well, here's the thing. In terms of what I teach my daughters is I teach my daughters not to have sex for the first year of a relationship, mainly because you're really going to learn who that person is, right?
What?
Because even if you're having sex, that becomes the relationship.
I applaud that. I ultimately applaud that. But if you want your daughter not to have sex, you should homeschool her and don't allow her to go to college.
No. I'm not saying I don't want her to have sex. I want my kids and my children to be happy.
Absolutely.
Sex is part of that.
And
what I'm saying is, what I'm talking about is to have a good relationship.
That's important as well. I love that aspect, is to have a fruitful relationship. But in terms of dating, the topic of this show is first dating, and I applaud you for calling in and speaking up for your 5 daughters and disagreeing with me. But I will say this: the goal of most men is to have sex on the first date. And you may disagree because you have 5 daughters, and we respect that. But we're going to move forward with that. I appreciate you calling in, Carl. You failed to mention your name, but we got about 1 minute left. We got about 1
minute then.
We got 30 seconds,
Okay,
Roselle.
30
So
seconds. Okay, so on Instagram, we have the Dirty Truth Radio Show, and it's also the same name on Facebook page.
So add us, like us, do all the above, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
What will be the next topic? That will
Email us, ask us some questions.
Every Tuesday, 6:30 to 7:30.
Every Tuesday, 6:30 to 7:30. I'm your host, Fred Hawthorne.
And this is Roselle.
And thanks for listening. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter